Hello, this is Bryce, and thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel, Jack of Trades. Today we're going to continue our video build series with the HPI Baja 5B Flux. We're almost done with this build, but there's still a couple of things we have to do before we can call it finished. Today we're going to be covering the assembly of the wheels. The wheels can be kind of tricky. There's the wheel, you have a foam, you have a tire, you have an inner and an outer beadlock, and then those beadlocks are secured with 10 socket head cap screws on each side. You want to ensure that those beads are seated properly both in the wheel and the beadlock so that the beadlock properly retains the tire to the wheel. This will ensure that when you're ripping around this car, that the wheels won't come off. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and flip the camera around and we'll get going on assembling the wheels. Thank you for tuning in. Alright, so in this video we're going to get started with building the wheels, step 105. I have these custom wheels that I printed. These wheels represent 115 hours of 3D printing, and these are my own personal design, meant to emulate the Kyosho Ultima style wheels. So that's what we're going to install on our Baja, because that's the theme of the build that we're going for the car. So when I print these, I print them with supports. So I gotta cut out all these supports before we can actually start using them. Alright, so now that we've got the supports stripped out of these wheels, we can move on to assembling the wheels. If we put this in here now, it'll help kind of keep those two ends together. So start by pulling the rubber over the lip of the wheel, and then we'll go back and we'll pull the foam over that lip of the wheel and just start kind of massaging the rubber, the bead into the bead slots, making sure those notches are lined up with the screw holes. Okay, and we do the same on the front. You really want this rubber to kind of seat on itself, or seat on its own, because when you try to put that bead lock on, you're not going to be able to force it in. You want the bead lock to just kind of settle in. So on page 88, there's a nice diagram of what you're trying to achieve with the bead and how you want it to seat. So the dark is the tire and the white is the wheel. So you want to try to avoid pinching that bead. You want it to fully seat inside that the bead, the slots for the bead. For the front, we use the skinnier of the beads for the outside, and you want to kind of make sure those holes line up. When I push this on, it should just kind of seat and not want to pull up. That kind of indicates that the bead is seated properly. And you can kind of feel it drop into those slots, and you can see without screws it doesn't really want to pop up. There's some areas where it does, but I need to just kind of massage it, but in general it's seating properly because it's not wanting to pull up. I know I'm not pinched. Alright, we're done with the front wheels. Now we move on to the back wheels. Alright, so moving on to step 106, we do the exact same thing with the back wheels. Alright, and we are done with the rear wheels. And that concludes step 106. And moving on to step 107, we're going to install these wheels to the Baja. This is where it gets exciting. So again, we want these to be in tension, so if you think of as you apply torque to the inner hub, moving forward, this would be the right wheel, and this would be the left wheel. Alright, and that is a roller. Actually, it's more than a roller. It's an almost complete Baja, minus a body. Alright, we are almost done. I think that is going to be a wrap for this video. Let's look at some of the next steps. So the next step is painting the body, getting the under tray assembled, installed, and then the rear wing. What we'll do actually is we'll trim out the body, we'll build up the under tray, put the wing on. I'm gonna see if I can get a white wing for this car to kind of go with the theme. If not, I might just paint the wing that I have. But yeah, I'll do that in the next video, so we'll call this one a wrap. Thanks for watching to the end. Have a good one. Take it easy. Bye. Hit that like button and subscribe. Alright, are we done being goofy? God, I can't believe I had to record this video again.